The Scribe's Nook. Professor Alistair Finch, a man whose tweed jacket was as much a part of him as his spectacles, pushed open the door to the Scribe's Nook. A bell chimed, a lonely sound in the dusty air thick with the scent of aged paper and leather. For 40 years he had hunted for a ghost, a single surviving copy of Silas Thorne's De Caelesti Architectura, a cryptic postcard with only the shop's address and a drawing of a six-fingered hand, had brought him here. From the shadows behind a mountain of books, a figure emerged. "May I help you?" The voice was smooth, like polished oak. The owner, Mr. Blackwood, was a man who seemed to belong to a different century. Alistair cleared his throat. "I'm looking for a rather obscure volume. On Celestial Architecture by Silas Thorne." Mr. Blackwood didn't blink. Thorne, the mad philosopher, believed our world was a forgotten terrarium built by star travelers. He gestured vaguely. "A madman's work has little value, Professor. But if you insist on searching, be my guest. We operate on a system of serendipity. You find what you are meant to find." Hours bled into one another. Alistair ran his fingers over countless spines, the names a litany of forgotten histories. He felt a growing despair. This was a fool's errand. Then his eyes caught it. Not a book, but a small wooden carving on the end of a shelf. It was a six-fingered hand, identical to the one on the postcard. The carving was a lever. With a low groan, the bookshelf swung inwards, revealing not a hidden room, but a single, small alcove. Inside, there was no manuscript. There was only a dusty celestial globe, its constellations unfamiliar and strange, and a single, leather-bound book with a blank cover. Alistair picked up the blank book. It was a star chart. The constellations matched the globe perfectly. He remembered a line from Thorne's only published essay. "The architects gave us a map, but we look at the wrong stars." He looked up from the chart and saw Mr. Blackwood watching him from the end of the aisle. "The map is useless without the key," Mr. Blackwood said, his voice quiet. He walked over to a glass case filled with antique writing implements. Thorne believed true knowledge must be earned, not simply read. He hid his work not from the world, but for the worthy. He pointed to a collection of quills. "Which one does not belong?" Alistair peered at the quills. Goose, swan, raven, and one that was subtly different. Its barbs were iridescent, shimmering with a faint, unnatural light. "That one," Alistair breathed. "It's not from any bird on earth." Mr. Blackwood smiled for the first time, a slow, knowing expression. He unlocked the case and handed the quill to Alistair. Alistair returned to the alcove. He held the quill over the blank star chart. As if drawn by a magnet, the tip of the quill hovered over a specific, unnamed star. He pressed down gently. A tiny drop of silvery ink, seemingly from nowhere, fell onto the page, and invisible text began to bloom across the paper, glowing with the same faint light as the quill. It was all there. Diagrams of impossible machines, descriptions of worlds beyond human imagination, and the philosophical treatise that tied it all together. It wasn't a history, it was a user's manual. Alistair looked up, the glowing pages reflecting in his spectacles. He hadn't just found a book. He had found a key, and the quiet bookshop was the lock on a door that led to the stars.